Good morning. In Hawaii, the day often begins with the gentle sound of waves and the promise of calm, but sometimes the world has other plans. On July 20th, 2025, a massive magnitude 8.8 earthquake struck off Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula, sending shockwaves across the Pacific. The ground shook violently, buildings trembled, and communities near the epicenter faced immediate devastation. But the impact didn't stop there. Though thousands of miles away, Hawaii was suddenly on alert, reminded how the ocean connects us all. The vast Pacific, usually a symbol of distance, became a highway for potential danger. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center sprang into action, analyzing data to determine if a tsunami threat was real. Scientists pored over seismic readings, calculating wave speeds and potential arrival times. Not every undersea quake creates a tsunami, but this one was different, powerful enough to send waves racing toward Hawaii. The energy released was immense, and the ocean responded in kind. The alert system was activated, and a day of vigilance began. Sirens wailed, phones buzzed, and televisions flashed urgent warnings across the islands. What started as a typical Sunday quickly shifted to emergency mode as news spread. Streets emptied, families gathered, and everyone waited for updates, their routines upended by uncertainty. Uncertainty swept the islands. Would the waves reach us? How big would they be? People stood on beaches, scanning the horizon, searching for any sign of change in the water. Scientists and emergency officials raced to predict the tsunami's path and warn the public. Every minute counted as they coordinated with local authorities and shared critical information. The event became a real-life test of Hawaii's readiness and the effectiveness of its warning systems. Years of drills and planning were suddenly put to the ultimate test. It was a call to action, rippling through every community and coastline. Neighbors checked on each other, volunteers mobilized, and local leaders urged calm and preparation. The earthquake set off a chain of events that would unfold over hours, testing science, communication, and community resolve. Behind the scenes, teams worked tirelessly, tracking every development. This story is a reminder: preparedness and listening to experts can save lives. Simple steps like knowing evacuation routes and having emergency kits make a difference. When nature shows its power, every second and every decision matters. In moments like these, the strength of a community and the wisdom of preparation are truly revealed. Let's break down the timeline of that critical day, when every second counted and the fate of thousands hung in the balance. The story of how Hawaii faced a natural disaster is a testament to preparation, science, and community spirit. At exactly 1:25 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, a powerful earthquake struck, sending shockwaves through the region. Buildings trembled, alarms sounded, and people scrambled for safety as the ground rumbled beneath their feet. In those first moments, uncertainty and fear swept across the islands. Within just 8 minutes, the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center sprang into action, issuing a tsunami watch for Hawaii. Scientists and emergency officials worked rapidly, analyzing seismic data and monitoring ocean sensors for any sign of a tsunami. A watch means get ready, stay alert, and be prepared to act. It's a signal for families to review their evacuation plans, gather emergency supplies, and keep a close eye on official updates. The community braced itself, knowing that the next few hours would be crucial. As more data streamed in from across the Pacific, the threat became undeniable. A tsunami was indeed racing toward Hawaii. Scientists tracked the wave's progress, calculating arrival times and potential impact zones with precision. At 2:43 p.m., the alert was upgraded to a tsunami warning, the highest level of alert. This meant a tsunami was imminent and immediate action was required to protect lives and property. Instantly, a full-scale emergency response was triggered statewide. Police, firefighters, and civil defense teams mobilized, coordinating efforts to reach vulnerable communities and ensure everyone received the warning. At 3:23 p.m., sirens wailed across the islands, echoing through towns and beaches. Residents tuned into news updates, and those in evacuation zones moved quickly to higher ground, leaving behind homes and businesses as the sun began to set. The hours that followed were tense and filled with anxiety. Families gathered in community centers, streets emptied, and everyone waited, glued to radios and televisions for the latest updates. At 7:17 p.m., the first tsunami wave reached Hawaii's shores. Sea levels fluctuated dramatically, and strong currents surged through harbors and along the coast, continuing for hours into the night. By 10:40 p.m., officials determined the worst had passed. the warning was downgraded to an advisory, and evacuation orders were lifted, allowing families to return home, exhausted but safe. The system had worked as designed. Science, timely alerts, and community action all came together seamlessly. It was a coordinated effort that showcased the importance of preparation and trust in emergency protocols. The day was long and exhausting, but lives were protected. Relief and gratitude filled the air as families reunited and first responders reflected on a job well done. Hawaii's preparedness was put to the ultimate test, and the islands passed, proving that readiness, science, and community can make all the difference when disaster strikes. When the tsunami warning sounded, sirens became the voice of urgency across Hawaii. At 3:23 p.m., their steady wail cut through daily life, commanding instant attention. Unlike any other alarm, this tone means stop, listen, and act. Residents and visitors alike turned to news, radio, and phones for updates. The message was clear: if you're in a tsunami evacuation zone, move to higher ground now. Hotels and visitor centers activated emergency plans, guiding guests to safety. Alerts reached rental car agencies and airports, ensuring everyone understood the gravity of the situation. Sirens continued throughout the evening, a constant reminder to stay vigilant. Even after the first waves, the warning persisted. Tsunamis are a series of waves, not a single event. The sirens kept people safe away from the coast until the all clear. As the warning spread, Hawaii shifted into full evacuation mode. Police closed coastal roads, directing traffic inland along designated routes. Families grabbed emergency kits and pets, heading for shelters or higher ground. Community centers and schools opened as safe havens. Neighbors checked on each other, ensuring everyone, especially the vulnerable, could evacuate. In shelters, families huddled around radios and TVs, anxiously awaiting updates. The waiting was tense, but preparation made a difference for those with plans and go-kits. The event underscored the value of readiness. Having a plan, a kit, and knowing your route can save lives. When the ocean threatens, every moment counts. As the tsunami neared, all eyes were on the coast. In places like Hanalei Bay and Haleiwa, the ocean receded dramatically, a warning sign known as a drawback. This eerie sight signals a massive surge is moments away. Thanks to education and clear warnings, people stayed back, watching from safe distances. The first waves arrived as a rapid, powerful rise in sea level, not towering walls, but surges strong enough to flood and damage. The ocean remained turbulent for hours, with unpredictable currents and repeated surges. Officials stressed, the danger isn't over after the first wave. Patience and respect for the ocean's power kept people safe until the advisory was lifted. What is a tsunami? The word means harbor wave in Japanese, a fitting name. Tsunamis are not single waves, but a series of long, powerful surges caused by massive disturbances like undersea earthquakes. In deep water, they're barely noticeable, but as they approach land, they slow down and grow in height. Unlike regular waves, tsunamis move the entire water column, making them incredibly destructive. Each wave can last several minutes, flooding far inland and causing widespread damage. The first wave isn't always the largest. Danger can persist for hours. Tsunamis can wrap around islands, threatening all coastlines, not just those facing the source. Understanding these facts is key to taking warnings seriously and acting fast. Hawaii's tsunami alerts use a clear three-tier system: watch, advisory, and warning. Each level is designed to help people understand the risk and take the right actions to stay safe. Knowing what each alert means can make a critical difference during an emergency. A tsunami watch is issued when a distant earthquake has the potential to generate a tsunami. This is the time to prepare, gather emergency supplies, review your evacuation plan, and stay tuned to official updates. While there's no immediate danger, being ready is key. A tsunami advisory means strong currents or waves are expected along the coast, but major flooding isn't likely. Even if the threat seems minor, it's important to stay out of the water and away from beaches, harbors, and marinas. Dangerous conditions can develop quickly. A tsunami warning is the most urgent alert. It means a dangerous tsunami is imminent or already occurring. If you're in a designated evacuation zone, leave immediately and move to higher ground. Don't wait for further instructions. Every second counts. Alerts are broadcast through multiple channels, including TV, radio, mobile phones, and Hawaii's statewide siren system. These systems are tested regularly to ensure everyone can receive warnings quickly. Social media and online platforms also play a vital role in spreading updates, reaching people wherever they are. This redundancy helps make sure no one misses critical information. Understanding the difference between these alerts helps you respond calmly and effectively. Take time to review your family's emergency plan and know your evacuation routes before an alert is issued. When in doubt, always follow official instructions from emergency officials and local authorities. Their guidance is based on the latest information and is meant to keep you safe. The alert system is designed to save lives. If you hear a warning, act without delay. Don't wait to see the waves or for a second alert. Quick action can make all the difference. Understanding these alerts and sharing this knowledge with your family, friends, and neighbors is everyone's responsibility. Together, we can help keep our communities safe from tsunamis. Knowing what to do during a tsunami alert can save your life. The rule is simple. When a tsunami warning is issued, move to high ground immediately. Know your evacuation zone and have a plan. Public shelters, friends' homes, or higher floors in sturdy buildings. Prepare a go kit with essentials: water, food, flashlight, radio, medications. Stay informed, listen to official updates, and don't return until authorities say it's safe. Never go to the coast to watch a tsunami. The waves move faster than you can run. If you feel a strong earthquake or see the ocean recede, don't wait for an alert. Move to safety at once. Preparation and quick action are your best defense. Your safety, and your family's, depends on it. The July 20th tsunami alert was a wake-up call for Hawaii. It proved that even paradise is vulnerable to nature's power. The warning system, emergency response, and public preparedness all work together. No major injuries, a testament to years of planning and education. The event highlighted the need for personal emergency plans and go kits. Officials will review and improve every aspect of the response. For families, it was a chance to practice and learn, revealing gaps and strengths. The story is one of community, courage, and readiness. We can't stop tsunamis, but we can be prepared. In Hawaii, being ready is everyone's kuleana, our shared responsibility.